Kill me! I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Edge of Tomorrow, otherwise known by some as Live.Die.Repeat, because the studio, in a very ham-fisted scheme to remarket it and get it out there more, have more people check it out, renamed the movie. It came out in 2014, and I think that was such a foolish move, because I guarantee you, to this day, 3 years later, there are people who don't know that there's a movie called Live.Die.Repeat that also is Edge of Tomorrow, and vice versa. They know it either as one or the other, and so when they see it for sale in a studio, in a Walmart or what have you, and it says Live.Die.Repeat, they're like, oh man, that looks a lot like Edge of Tomorrow. And, man, I liked that movie. I'd pick that up. But this thing looks like a poor ripoff. I don't know, like, what is this crap? I guarantee you that has happened. I think it was such a weird decision. And I don't even think Live.Die.Repeat is actually a bad name. It's very descriptive of really what the movie is. Kind of gives away the concept, but the concept is revealed awfully early on, so I didn't really have enough problem with it. And Age of Tomorrow is a little bit more esoteric and artistic, but I don't have a problem with it either. Either name, if they had just gone with it and stuck with it, I would have been cool with it. But both? Come on, that's a bunch of garbage right there. Anyways, as for the actual movie itself, I really enjoyed this movie. Here's the thing. I think Tom Cruise is a very interesting person. He is absolutely a movie star and has tons of fans. But over my years in the film community, I have met a lot of people, almost all guys, who think he is terrible, and I just do not get it. I mean, I think there's this perception of him that he's just this movie star who can't really act, but I mean, the guy has given some really fantastic performances, and the guy has made so many awesome movies. I mean, it's like, I remember when Leonardo DiCaprio was in Titanic, that there was a lot of people who I went to high school with who didn't like it. Again, mostly guys, because they felt like he was really kind of all over the place, being like thrown down their throat, did not care for him, thought he was just, you know, this pretty guy and all that. And I personally had always liked him. I liked him on what was it, Family Ties back in the day. Family Ties. No, it's not Family Ties. What is it? Hey, Growing Pains. That's the one. I liked him in Growing Pains back in the day. I always thought he was a good actor. I never had any issue with him, but I remember lots of people did. But then over the years, as he's come out with more and more movies that had awesome performances, that tally of guys has diminished. But I still know guys who feel that way, and I feel like Tom Cruise has suffered from the exact same thing, and Brad Pitt did for a little bit after Legends of the Fall. I think that there's a lot of jealousy over the guy's looks and the types of roles he's gotten, which I think is just foolish. The guy can act his ass off. I mean, he's just a really talented actor, and this is definitely a movie that uses that to a large degree. For those of you who don't know what this movie's about, basically he stars as a military officer who was never meant to see the front line, in his own opinion, who gets forced into the front line and gets immediately killed. But he also gets bonded to this creature, and as a result, every time he dies, he restarts the same day at the exact same point. So from that point forward, he keeps going through the same day, trying to figure out how this happened, trying to perfect and survive. And you see him go through and follow all these situations, and then he figures out that there is another woman who may have had the same kind of thing happen to her. He goes and gets to know her. So then every day you see him trying to introduce himself to her and ingratiate himself to her, and then over time he figures out a quicker way of doing it, and then they kind of work together. That other woman is played by Emily Blunt, who I think is actually better than Tom Cruise in this movie. She's my favorite part of this movie, bar none. Both of them I think are fantastic, and it goes from there. It has, like, the action beats in this movie are awesome. The little bit of a romance between the two of them is very well set up, and you really come to care about them. I mean, there's not a ton of charisma between the two of them, or chemistry I should say between the two of them, but there's enough, and there really shouldn't be too much more, because they are in such a perilous situation. So that works, and she's very guarded. All that stuff I thought was great. I thought the story was really interesting. The way that they explain what has happened was really great. Going through the same same moments over and over again, but seeing it played out in different ways is great. It has a lot of the same appeal as some of the moments in Groundhog Day do, where you see him kind of perfecting how to play this day out, but instead of going through and not stepping into a puddle of water, he's not being destroyed by a mini machine gun. So the stakes are much higher. I just think this movie just really works. I absolutely love it. I desperately want to have it in my collection. It is just such a great movie. Those are my thoughts on Edge of Tomorrow, or Live.Die.Repeat. Live.Die.Repeat. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Please hit that like button, hit that share button. That will make it much more likely that other people who aren't already a part of the little community on my channel here will come and check out the video and hopefully join it up by hitting that subscription button or subscribe button, hitting that notification bell, which would be awesome. I love having people to talk to about movies, and that will make it much more likely that they'll come and check out my stuff. So I'd be very appreciative to you if you're watching this and you've been here for a while. If you can come up with any way of getting this video out there, and I'd be very appreciative to you if you're new here and you join the little group we got going. Other than that, have yourself a great day.